you in the back room with Becky, and it's Saturday. And normally I would just read the little comments and say I'll get to them on another day. But because I have a very enthusiastic group of people who enjoy the political debates, I'm going to address a couple of issues today. Now, we can't help how people feel about our president. That's between them and their God. Even in my moments that I truly, truly distrusted and was disgusted with the Bush administration, I kept my comments that were derogatory in nature to these four walls and in groups of my peers where it wouldn't seem like I was being disrespectful. Now, after the fact, and when he made a few errors while he was in office, because I voted, I felt like I had the right to say whatever I want to say. And I know you feel the same way. So here we go. I'm going to share something with you. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you come on and you're coming on strong, don't expect me not to call you on it, because that's what I do. Okay? This is the part that, this is not the giggly, flirty Becky. This is about business. This is about politics. This is about making stupid decisions with our government. This is about standing by and letting illusion influence the way we make our choices about leadership. Now, if President Obama, as they say, is illegal, and I think what it is, they're just dissatisfied. Um, I remember serving in office in my class reunion committee, and as long as everything was going hunky dory, and I wasn't requiring a lot of sacrifice for people, they loved me as their president. So much so they kept me for 2 terms. That second term, when it started getting rough and we were getting closer to our event, and I was trying to expose my peers to something different instead of doing reunions the same old way, you should, whenever there is change, people resist. That's a normal reaction. Okay. Now, this is the person I want to address, and I'm going to take it to the top. V-Bear66. Comment about Bush, because I said in one of my responses, you all didn't act this ugly when Bush was president. And we know he did some screwed up stuff. Now, this is his rationale. And I quote, Bush was as horrible president is no better. Now, this grammar is messed up, but we're going to read it just like it's written. Bush was a horrible president. Obama is no better, if not much worse. I have no use for either one of these clowns. I want a businessman in office, not a wannabe diplomat. You're American just like me, and I want real change, not lies like we have endured the last 2 years. USA is in deep hot water, and if Mr. Trump is serious, then it will be the best thing that ever happened to our country. Putting tariffs on China and taking care of the OPEC situation is what I want. I could write a novel on all the lies Bush and Obama have told presidents, but it would be a waste of time. I can't wait to get a real president. Vote Trump and lose the Chump. Have a great day. Well, children. I believe in equal rights under the law, and everybody is equally endowed with the right to be as big an asshole as they want to, because this is America, where people can do and say. Thank God you are not in one of those countries where, when you make disparaging comments about the president, they come to your house and get you. And then if you're too vocal, they might come to your house and pick up your family for the things that you say. Now, I'm not proposing that that is the way we run our country here. But I will say to you that when you go to newsmax.one, VBear66, and read, Donald Trump is up in the polls only because of name recognition. He is a brand. He is a household name. That does not qualify him to run this country. He couldn't even keep his marriages together. So I don't trust him like that. And the rest of the country doesn't either. But what is going to happen is you all going to have a lot of split votes because you're going to have so many candidates. It's going to be like California. It's going to be a joke. Now, I don't particularly follow what the Republican Party is doing or saying, but I have now. I'm paying attention to everything. The Tea Party, I call them the tea baggers because their mouth is always somewhere that's really obnoxious. Okay? Now, if you think that all of these things have occurred about President Obama, he couldn't have got in office if he didn't pass that scrutiny and the background check. Come on now. He's going to have to, if he runs again in 2012, he will have to submit it again. But again, as I say to you, when politicians are running and stuff like that, or they're placed in office, issues that were, maybe, minuscule become an issue of safety. This country talks too much about the important stuff to the wrong people. We all over the air talking about what, when we step up our security and when we're doing this and where this politician is going to be. And they can come on the internet just like I do and find out anything. When I say they, I mean our opposers or all those people you say that think we're a joke. I will never vote for Donald Trump, the chump, because simply having someone that knows business, we've been there before. We've had presidents that were businessmen. Bush family was businessmen. Look what they did. They got fat out for us. This is just another merger for Donald Trump. This will be just a notch in his belt. Is he going to run? Are y'all going to pick him? Because we sure are not. Now, I have tried to, move on to the next subject. This seems to be where y'all want to pigeonhole me. And I have no problems with it. Because I will speak boldly. Donald Trump is not going to be the next president of the USA. Never that. He better do the best he can with what he's doing. Because you can't, when you got your hands in that, he got too many conflicts of interest, number one. He's in bed with a lot of different people to do business. That's number two. So what he's giving you the same lip service that everybody else does when they're entering politics. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix that. And all of it is good intention. It's just like when you walk into a classroom. First year teachers come in with all this excitement and enthusiasm. And we're going to get the best grades on our test. Yay! And we're going to keep the nicest classroom. Yay! And we're not going to be out in the hallway cutting up. Silence. Hear the crickets. Same thing. When we get ready to start talking about making sacrifices and what we need to do in this country, why don't you ask Donald Trump to help back up the deficit with some of that big money he got? Put your money where your mouth is. You want to save the country? That's where you save the country. Put your money on the table, Donald Trump. That's all we need from you. We don't need your mixed up ideologies. You're always attacking people. He's not going to be a good president, people. And if he does, I am leaving the country. That's right. I will leave the United States and everybody I love before I sit in a country with Donald Trump as president. Because first of all, he has no credibility as far as I'm concerned. He's a TV personality. He's a mogul. Well, so is Kamala Simmons. She got a lot of followers and people listen to what she says too. She's run her business like, why we don't vote for Kamala Simmons as president? Why we don't go and talk to Russ Simmons or Reverend Ron Wisdom and say, hey, you guys have run big business. You got notoriety. Uh, they have a lot of good causes that they both work for. You know, I would like to see somebody that's totally out the box step up to the plate and say, okay, what we have not had, we've had everything but a really, really ethical. You know, I don't want to say Christian. I just think you need to be a spiritual person who's practicing a spiritual belief. Martin Luther King would have been an excellent president if we had another black minister that was about what he said he's about and could do what they say they're gonna do and lead the people. But see, it don't matter who's the head of the country. If the people don't follow you, you can't lead. Now you in the back room, Becky on Saturday, extra edition, and V-Bear 66, babe. You sounded intelligent until you got down to vote for Trump and lose the Chump. Because now, coming back, Donald Trump is a Chump part 2. Peace. This is for the people.